what I'm going to talk about today is actually something that's close to everybody's heart, and that's finding additional clients or additional customers. Now, most people will go into the normal market and use common advertising mediums like local advertising, door-to-door drops, newspapers, word of mouth, email. We actually use email exclusively in our business because I run nitty-gritty newsletters and we distribute newsletters for clients. So email is a very big part of our business. But everybody knows that probably the best form of advertising is actually word of mouth. So one of the ways of using word of mouth advertising is actually to use other people to spread the information about your business. The reason I'm talking about this is that what you're going to look at this afternoon, or this morning, is that we're going to look at setting up a strategic alliance with businesses that you want to do business with and spread the word about you. The difference between a joint venture and strategic alliance is a joint venture is where you actually normally put in some money into the deal. So you'll actually set up a partnership that's tight legally and financially. A strategic alliance is more of a looser arrangement where you just make an arrangement with somebody, so you do some joint advertising, joint promotions, and it's usually for a one-off type of arrangement. So that's what a strategic alliance is. And to get a strategic alliance, you actually need to have the win-win-win for everyone involved. It has to be a win for you, a win for your partner, and this needs to be very clear. So the win for the partner has to be a big win because you're not going to get them involved unless you can show them that it's what's in it for them, not what's in it for you. So when you go to somebody and make an arrangement to help promote your business, you have to show them that there's a big win in it for them. And most of all, it has to be a win for your customer. So whatever offer you make, it has to attract the client as well. I'll give you a brief example to explain and maybe highlight how you can actually target somebody outside of your industry that will help you promote your business through minimum effort and minimum expenditure. So you don't have to spend a lot of money doing this kind of stuff. The example I'm going to use is to do with a jeweller and a news agent. The jeweller had a problem because he was actually located off the main stream. So he was down an alleyway, so he wasn't getting a lot of foot traffic. And he needed to drive some business. So he had a business coach involved, and the coach suggested to him that he set up a strategic alliance. And the idea was that he would go to a news agent. And he went to the news agent, that he walked up to the counter and he asked the news agent if he would like some more customers or if you'd like to increase his bottom line. The normal answer to that is obviously yes. So with that, the jeweller suggested that he would have a drawer on the counter of the news agent, that he would put a bowl of cubic zirconias of 200 or 300, whatever, in a bowl, but also in the bowl would be a real diamond. And people would be encouraged to dip for the diamond. But the driver behind all of that from the news agent side was they would only get to dip for the diamond if they spent more than what they would normally spend. So when they worked out that the average spend in the news agency was about $10 or $15, the news agent put up a sign and said, if you spend $25 with me today, you can dip for a real diamond. So that obviously increased his return per sale. And the bottom line for him was that his profits went up because every sale he got suddenly went up by about 10 or 20%. The feedback for the jeweller was a little bit different because everybody was dipping for the diamond, and the first thing they would ask the shop assistant, have I won the real diamond? And the obvious answer from the assistant was, well, I'm sorry, I really don't know. Haven't got a clue, but it looks real. What do you think? And they said, well, how do I find out? Well, you've got to go around to the jeweller. And the jeweller will actually tell you whether you've won or not. So the person that dipped into the bowl picks out the cubic zirconia or the diamond, goes around to the jeweller, places it on the counter, and the jeweller turns around and says, oh, you've had a dip for the diamond. Looks fantastic, doesn't it? Is it real? Let me check. Gets the glass out, has a look at the diamond or the cubic zirconia. Says, oh, look, I'm sorry, it's a cubic zirconia, but doesn't it look real? How about I mount it in a brooch or a pendant or a ring, or I can go off and see if I've got another one, and we can match it and make you a pair of earrings. How does that sound? 98% of the people, being female, would obviously say yes. So we got 98% of the sale. So he went up. But it actually doesn't end there, because there had to be a winner. And even when the winner went round and was ecstatic because they'd actually won the real diamond, again, the jeweller turned that into a sale. Because what he did was he turned around and again said the same thing. He said, fantastic, you've won, but what are we going to do with it? Are we going to mount it into a ring, into a pendant, or should I find another one and make a set of earrings? So every person that dipped in that bowl effectively was a new sale for that jeweller. So what I'm trying to illustrate there is that you don't have to look inside, like Chris was saying before, you don't have to look inside your own box for new clients. You can actually look well outside it. So think about the people you're actually dealing with. Think about the other businesses that are selling complementary products to what you're selling. And make a list. See if you can actually come up with some people that you can make an offer, and once the person gets into your business, then you do the sale. So you talk them around to buying your products, because that's what you're good at.